yourself getting anxious about your calling? That you're not seeing the progress that you should have seen by now, and you're getting frustrated that opportunities aren't coming, or you're not getting the likes on social media, and it leaves you feeling anxious about your future. Well, I've been there, and that's my natural tendency, but I want to talk to you about what God's been showing me in my life and how you can settle your spirit and learn to slow down, because He wants to show you something in the slow times of your calling. Hi, my name is Matt. I'm a pastor in church ministry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I call it Embrace Your Calling. See, I love to help you find and discover that purpose, that God calling, the gift that's inside of you, and maximize it. If you're like me, you want to maximize every opportunity God's given you. You don't want to leave life with regrets. And I love your initiative and your drive, but today I want to talk to you about a different down gear shift of your spirit in your calling that's going to really be a blessing to you. So would you like this? Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I see more people subscribing, and I'm excited to share this with you. And by the way, I haven't done a video in several weeks. I had a pastor friend this week ask me, "Hey, I haven't seen your videos in a while. You still doing it?" And I told him this, I'm actually writing my 5th book, and I just felt like it was time, and the title is a secret. In fact, the word secret is in at least my working title. So more to come on that. And then I've been working on a music project, a piano instrumental Christmas album, a second one. In fact, it's basically done. I'm just polishing it, and I hope to release that this fall. So, and on top of my full-time job and family, that's why I haven't been doing videos. But I had a couple of thoughts that I wanted to record, and hopefully this will bless you on your calling, because my tendency is to be future focused. Most visionaries are always living in the future, and we struggle with living in the present. And leaders are always 6 months ahead, 6 years ahead of where we're headed, where we need to be. We see this better tomorrow, and it's exciting to live there. And so everything is, well, what do we have to do today to get there? And what happens in being future focused for me is sometimes I get anxious because I'm a control freak, and it's not happening fast enough, or I'm not seeing if this is making a difference. And I start wondering, am I not living my calling? Did I miss it? Is it wrong? And what I've learned in my calling is God wants you to enjoy your calling. He doesn't just want you to embrace it and chase after it. He wants you to enjoy the calling, the gift in your life. And my dad, he knew how I was. He could see that I was future-minded. I want to go off to Bible college. I want to be a musician. I want to go get married. And he'd say, "That's great, Matt. But Matt, don't get so anxious about tomorrow." I remember in college, I'd come home in the summer. I'd work at a Macy's department store selling shoes and clothes. And I'm like, "I don't want to do this." He's like, "This isn't forever, but enjoy this moment right now. Enjoy." Yeah, he said, "Matt, if you'll take care of your today, God will take care of your tomorrow." Boy, that's a good word, isn't it? What he was saying is, be present in this moment, whatever it is. If it's something that feels minute or menial, or this isn't where I wanted to be, and this is small, enjoy this moment now, and God's going to take care of your tomorrow, because God's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega. And God is not just in your future. He wasn't just in your past. He is here right now, and He wants to be in your life and show you some great things. I've shared in some of my past videos, I'm in kind of a new season of my life this last 2 years. We're empty nesters. Our 2 kids are now gone on. They're adults. I've had a new role a couple of times in ministry. it's just different. We're doing great, but it's different. And the first 15 years of my calling was focused on music. In fact, you see my keyboard here. I still do music with the Christmas production, but then the next 15 years of my life were pastor, planting a church, building a church, raising up leaders. And I still am a pastor doing that. But now this next third season is different. And a prayer I've been praying for about 5 years is that, Lord, you would give me the greatest fruit in my 50s. And that was crazy because my 20s, 30s, 40s have been wonderful. I mean, God has given me favor and fulfillment, and I've seen great things happen in music and pastoring a church and raising up kids. But now I'm looking at a third season and I'm like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what my future looks like. I don't know if I've got what it takes to do. And so that has brought in some anxiety and frustration and disappointment. And I've been reminded what my dad has said. If you'll take care of today, God is in your tomorrow. God has been, in the last several weeks, God has been leaving me breadcrumbs on my journey. Breadcrumbs to show me the fruits of my labor. I had a young lady who was a pastor with me, and I hadn't seen her in like a year or two. And we sat down, and she's doing great, has kids, a family. She's a pastor in a church. And she said, Matt, you don't know how you blessed my life. I was going through a season, and she said, I literally am in ministry today because of a few people, and you're one of them that just cared for me and spoke into my life. And that touched my life because I just wanted to have impact. I just wanted my calling to help other people's calling. I've had many different little breadcrumbs of people telling me, thank you for what you've done for me. I'm better. I'm following Jesus because of you. I've had so many people who I have invested just a little bit, just love them and help them and serve them. Or I see them in the church, or I see them on social media and their marriage is flourishing and they're growing and God's given them favor. I'm like, Lord, thank you. Thank you. And the Lord has been doing this and saying, Matt, what good is it to build your ministry if you don't enjoy the fruit of your ministry? God has been leaving me these little breadcrumbs to say, enjoy the fruit of your labor. Don't worry about your future. I'm in your future. Look how faithful I was in your past. But I want you to enjoy the present. Oh, that gives me chills thinking about that. And I hope that that's a word for you, that if you have that drive and initiative and that unction to move and go, I have that. And I love to stir that up in you. I don't have to tell you to get up and go. You're going to make it happen. You're going to write the book. You're going to build the ministry, start the business. But God is saying, enjoy the fruit of your labor and look for the breadcrumbs. See, the small moments in your eyes are big moments in other people's eyes. Little is much when God is in it, when you give God the glory for your life. So what I'm telling you is settle down. Slow is a better pace to stop and smell the roses. Look for the breadcrumbs of the favor and the faithfulness of God and the fruit of your labor. See, God is already using your calling even in this progress where things aren't happening too much for you. I'll tell you this last story. I was with another pastor this week who started a church in our area, but then now has built a business, but he's still a pastor at heart. He's all about building God's kingdom. So we had coffee. We've known each other for years. And now he has a flourishing business, but he's still talking to pastors. And he said, I miss getting to preach on the weekends. And once in a while, I get a chance to preach in front of people. And I said, his name is Mark. I said, Mark, I've learned that my best sermons are spoken one-on-one. It's at the coffee meeting. It's in the parking lot. It's over a phone message. It's the driving with a buddy, driving to and from the restaurant. Because here's the litmus test of how effective your sermon is. Not how successful you look, not how many people cheer and cry. It's, did it impact someone's life to make them change? And I said, so I love speaking in front of crowds too, and I'm going to speak in Indiana at a church family camp. I'm excited. But what I've learned is it's in the small moments with the one person serving their need, speaking God's encouragement over them, that makes the life impact. Like the young lady who's a pastor and a mom who said, I'm in ministry today because of you. Enjoy the fruit of your labor and celebrate the small moments that God gives you to use your calling, because it's big in someone else's life and you honor God with it. Embrace your calling.